On the surface, I believe in abortion. My mother wanted me aborted. I was a marriage trap between two gay uncles. Rigid religion men, marriage brokers. It was either side, the Vietnam War, my mother, and Alcoholics Anonymous, my father. Either me, a U.S. president, or a serial killer. The prior smoking pot in high school. That means no first ladies from my town from a while. The latter, if an arranged marriage. That means a fake contract, a spy with Delta Force trailing me. If both a real spy, if cheated, a denied operative, a black parliament. Queen Victoria's Office of the Jews. Our country isn't becoming more peaceful. I put a memorandum into a CIA intelligence line in 2004 that got postdated to the Dick Cheney line in the film W by Oliver Stone. Empire, Mr. President. I've always been a believer in our capability to rule, as long as it was given to more than one person, not the dictatorship of a campus advisor. That's why Dick Cheney and George W. Bush passed us to Barack Obama. The campus advisor was cheated by Don Rumsfeld, who told me John McCain was racist. That's why I support you, Macklemore, and Ryan Lewis, my neighbor, with the bass line I wrote for your cadence in the song Thrift Shop. Go Marshall's Clothing. Let's get to the next question. Favorite author? I enjoy Frank Herbert. Frank, first name, notice it, frauded an Israeli politician supporting Native and Latino rights. Same thing to us. You're in, you're round top, you're round top. But we aren't meant to coexist, Jews and Mesos, in the same blood. Natives can lie, the Thanksgiving festival, and Jews avoid theft, the shrimp allergy. Together it's a cop rapist, a Vatican agent in case of war. For instance, 9/11 and the Saudi theft of sperm to Omani oil drilling. For the Catholic, Vatican, and Italian kingdom intelligence influence in oil. That's every monotheist, but, wait for it, even Baha'i, but Calvinists, Anglicans, and commodities firms of native birth out of Chicago. My own case, I was sperm stolen for dropping out of college for a wife for the state police. He's in an oil rig now, all the kids. They're slaves. My mother helped grift the Israelis for Frank Herbert, among many Irish mobsters, male and female, writers, all of them, like I'm a writer sometimes for fun, a Freddy Krueger out of Boston cheating the formula versus the provided notes. Cruel, but war often is, and we all fight it, even you. Gads bless you. Gads being the Messianic Jewish term, the British spies term for the last line of Christ, the Messianic Jew. You aren't Jesus if you're a Judas Pilate. If you say, so aren't we all, you're a Nazi. You aren't Jewish, you Clamato spray them. They're allergic to clam and shellfish. You're sick. Messianic Jews eat bacon, no other pork. If you eat corned beef hash, you shit your pants. And just ask a Messianic Jew, if you're a cop, what they think of you and talk to them. They'll tell you what your real job is. Unless you're an actual cop. a lawyer who was superb at athletics. Then I can't question. You're a Batman villain. As for the best president, I side with my own genetic direct ancestor via lesbian affair, James Madison. Through citizens' rights, he refused the draft from foreign service, the fundament of our wage, salary, commission, and bonus law, and this created the Narcotics Bureau and MI6 Bureau, our method of framing foreign intelligence as mobsters. This is a federal agent, not a CIA, FBI, ATF, DEA. Those are presidential executives. The president called a rally on you. Our method of framing foreign intelligence as mobsters. We're framing sons and daughters of foreign spies as Americans to create presidents. The contradiction of the Jefferson-Davis rule, the rule of the Confederacy, the film Forrest Gump, the gay presidential ancestor, the pedophile, that contacts the president of the United States sitting as Spider-Man, the famous comic book. He's queer and a pedophile. Don't let him in. My family set up Nucky Johnson, the famous man from Boardwalk Empire, Steve Buscemi's character, to stop Cornelius Vanderbilt from creating the film Brazil, directed by Terry Gilliam. The end result of their avarice towards the hotelier industry. Trump is the sad end to it and, of course, the beginning. Our future sons and daughters of America. Their future industry, taken out of Atlantic City, the pizza pie. You can't understand about the history of Canada and the legacy of war, the high school play, The Roman Republic. The history is too deep to understand why drama, high school theater, causes a war. Needless to say, the kid that wants to deploy wasn't in the play, but was nearby. They put him on a soldier's mount as a hero for everybody to follow, and it's evil, it's me. Bye Bye Birdie they put on as me. On the principal, humiliating the rejected boyfriend as himself from friendship off stage to get him to kill himself. A Saturday Night Live actor, a Lorne Michaels man. I don't like it. I snuck in on the usher, and I saw him calling a woman pie. That's a sperm theft. He will raise a child with meningitis. He eats Elmer's glue. That's a Clavern, a Northern Ushers, or a Czech, not a Chechnyan. They're innocent. A little jacked up man. And as for pizza, that's a crust with a maple and pumpkin syrup, not a Sicilian herb of Mott's. That's a performance enhancing steroid, mozzarella cheese, Sicilian. If you don't eat it with tomato sauce, you don't turn queer. I have the Italian gene, that's why my head is wide. I'm not really Irish. Irish have skinny heads. Tomato paste is hated by the Italians, not the Irish. Irish like being queer. As for my favorite Christmas present, I once received a can opener, electric, in the 6th grade from my mom, my late mother Alice. My father threw it away from my stepmother in 2003. I've hated my family ever since. It wasn't the can opener itself, it was my dead mother, gone to hell as Freddy Krueger, as all O'Neills do, cheated by God for being Queen Sameen, and dooming an evil man as a doctor, as my mother did to Sanjay Gupta. Sanjay Gupta is the man with mirrors behind his eyes. Uncle Sam, the doctor that will die hanging himself. What Scarecrow would call the Joker. And I'm Scarecrow, an O'Neill. We always narc on the other side of the family that isn't O'Neill. We get it out there in fiction and legend as accountants to pay ourselves. And if there's a reason for seduction in the O'Neill side being seduced, he'll have a great son. Otherwise, he's garbage. He's fodder infantry. He doesn't go anywhere. Thanks, Josh Mullen, for being Dykes on Bikes. And out to you, if you're listening, happy Kristallnacht. You'll be a fine doctor candidate for recruitment.